According to Bloomberg's billionaires ranking, Mark Zuckerberg is the 5th richest person in the world. But yet he seems to have little taste for opulence, particularly when it comes to vehicles, clothing, or travel. He likes it simple. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how Mark Zuckerberg spends his billions. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and check out the links in the description for a cool surprise that you don't want to miss. Alright then, let's dive in. According to Forbes, his estimated net worth is currently $67.3 billion. In spite of his billions, Zuckerberg has no taste for opulence, particularly when it comes to cars, clothing, and travel. Business insider Tanza Ludenbeck said, however, he has an affinity for expanding his real estate holdings, which has recently dropped $60 million on 2 Lake Tahoe properties. One thing for sure that nobody has to teach Mark is to take a break when he wants one. His travels took him on a tour of every state in the US and on a lavish vacation to Vietnam. In 2017, when he and Chan celebrated their 5-year wedding anniversary, Zuckerberg announced they had taken annual honeymoons to romantic places, including Japan and France. Their destination in 2017 was Maine rural. Protecting one of the wealthiest and most notorious business executives in the world costs a lot of money. Facebook reports it spent about $4.9 million on protection yet alone in 2016 for Zuckerberg and about $14.8 million over the 3 years from 2014 to 2016. He was protected throughout his journeys and his stay at his home as well. Zuckerberg, the founder and public face of the social network, is a valuable commodity. His company calls the safety bills appropriate and necessary. Mark Zuckerberg often talks a lot about changing the future. To follow through on making the planet a better place, he and his wife Priscilla Chan signed the Giving Pledge. He is one of the few who promised to give back much of their money rather than only placing checks in the mail to different causes. Many of them sign up to start their own charitable organizations. This is also the case with Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg and his wife launched the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, a foundation that offers long-term support for research, growth, and engineering projects. The organization's motto is "A future for everyone." One of its main tasks is to eliminate the disease through concentrated research, but it also promotes housing and justice efforts. Zuckerberg and Chan said that they would give the foundation 99% of their own Facebook shares over their lifetimes. When the announcement was made in December 2015, their stock was worth $45 billion. In 2015, Mark Zuckerberg offered $100 million to help strengthen the public education system in Newark, New Jersey. Among other items, the money was intended to go into new charter schools and incentives for top teachers. Efforts did not perform as well as Zuckerberg and other donors expected. One study showed that although Newark students made great strides in English, they continued to perform poorly in mathematics. In both business and philanthropy, there is a risk that plans will miss the target. Mark Zuckerberg is not foolish enough to believe that Facebook is invincible. He buys it when he sees another platform that could challenge Facebook. One example is Instagram, a photo-driven social network that Facebook acquired for $1 billion in 2012. Instagram has become more popular among some users than its parent. Another example is WhatsApp, which Facebook purchased for $19 billion in 2014. Instead of tinkering with the messaging app, Zuckerberg has left it alone as it continues to develop. Zuckerberg was also drawn to virtual reality and led Facebook to buy the state-of-the-art VR technology company Oculus for $2 billion in 2014. At that time, virtual reality was glued to the next big thing, but it still hasn't caught up with the mass audiences. So this investment was not as profitable as some of Zuckerberg's others. Zuckerberg also funded the robotics company Vicarious, which raised more than $150 million for its vision of robotics equipped with human-like levels of artificial intelligence. Zuckerberg is said to have participated in the $40 million funding round, which also included Elon Musk and actor Ashton Kutcher. Zuckerberg was part of a $50 million round of funding for Asana, a project and task management cloud platform for teams, with the goal of making the workplace more efficient. It was co-founded by Dustin Moskovitz, who also co-founded Facebook. Finally, Zuckerberg and Chan have invested $5 million in Mastery Connect, a company that develops teacher tools to help track student development. Facebook reportedly has more than 25,100 staff, including 12 who serve on a very elite team. They are public relations experts who help maintain their own personal brand. The social media profile yours needs to be impeccable because you're the king of social media. Team Zuckerberg takes his official pictures, writes and updates his Facebook messages, reacts to comments, and removes unsavory ones. The PR pros can also give him advice on his uniform shirts, including those gray t-shirts that he still wears. We're just going to get to those in a little bit. Zuckerberg has transferred some of his money to a Facebook-backed alliance to make internet access a fundamental right. He says the Internet.org project would carry free internet connectivity to remote areas through drones, satellites, and lasers. We believe that every person should have access to free basic internet services tools for health, education, jobs, and basic communication, Zuckerberg wrote in a Facebook post. Mark Zuckerberg is seen mostly in a gray shirt, jeans, and a pair of sneakers. In a public question and answer session in 2014, he clarified that his dull wardrobe removes one regular decision so that he can concentrate on more important ones. But don't presume that Zuck's familiar way of dressing is cheap. Each shirt in his uniform is said to have come from the designer brand Bruno Cucinelli and cost up to $400. Zuckerberg's quirky fashion sense influenced another designer to craft a gray shirt replica that's cheaper. Profits from the knockoff are going to the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative. You're not going to see Mark Zuckerberg riding around in the Rolls-Royce. The Facebook CEO was allegedly seen driving more ordinary cars in the $30,000 range, such as the black Acura TSX or the Volkswagen GTI. He told one interviewer that he preferred the Acura model because it was safe, comfortable, and not ostentatious. But this Zuckerberg's frugality on the road does not apply to his home life. Facebook has been flourishing for so many years until Zuckerberg wanted to avoid renting and eventually buy his first home, a $7 million mansion in Palo Alto, California, not far from Facebook's Menlo Park headquarters. Just like everyone else, he sought privacy, and in an attempt to give himself and his family more of a privacy buffer, he later purchased 4 nearby homes and decided to demolish them. But local authorities protested that he was building a compound, so according to the San Jose Mercury News, he changed his teardown proposal to only 2 of the other buildings. Real estate? Oh yes. Zuckerberg's real estate interests don't end at his estate in Silicon Valley. He and his wife, Priscilla Chan, have reportedly paid more than $100 million to buy an old sugarcane plantation and an isolated beach on the island of Kauai, Hawaii. Plus, Zuckerberg spent almost $10 million on a 4-bedroom home in San Francisco, near trendy Dolores Park, says the San Francisco Chronicle. And there are rumors that he owns a $22.3 million townhouse in the West Village of New York City. Like other widely recognizable business leaders, Mark Zuckerberg depends on private jets to fly longer distances. Facebook said that charter flights cost $871,000 in 2016. The company says that the aircraft service is appropriate for Zuckerberg due to specific threats due to his safety. He brings family and other visitors along and uses private aircraft for professional and personal travel, including holidays. Where does he fly off to when he needs a getaway? We also wonder, if you had a jet of your own, where would you go? Do let us know in the comments section. He previously paid $770,000 of his Facebook salary and bonuses, but in 2013, he lowered his salary to his current amount. That means that a large portion of his wealth is tied to Facebook stock, of which he owns nearly 17%, Business Insider Jake Cantor said. With $16 billion, Facebook is the second largest tech IPO in history. Since then, the stock has risen by more than 408% to a total market capitalization of $547 billion, according to Lucinda Shen for Fortune. Zuckerberg and his partner, Priscilla Chan, are investing $3 billion to try to end, cure, or control all diseases by the year 2100. And with that, it's time to end the video. Which company do you think Facebook will acquire next? Do let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for more content just like this one and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to smash that like button and also press the bell icon to get notified about our new and juicy content. Stay tuned and see you soon.